Hey guys, what's up? It's Ricky and welcome back to the kitchen. Today I'm gonna be doing something that is requested because I made it before, but I didn't record it. So a lot of people are asking me what this recipe is. I'm not gonna be able to eat it because I'm on a diet. Maybe I'll have a taste. But it is my Maryland style crab cakes. If you're from Maryland and I'm using something that you do not use, please do not send me hate mail. It's just Maryland style. I'm not from Maryland, but I can make a mean crab cake. So let's get started. So first thing, you're gonna need a bowl. Let's toss this to the side. I've also done a lot of prep work because the key to the crab cake is just the prep work. It's not necessarily like cooking it because they only cook in like 12 minutes. So we're starting with the star of the show. This is chicken of the sea, lump crab meat. You can get jumbo lump. Crab is very expensive, first of all. So if you're gonna make this, you can absolutely not have this dish fail because crab is really expensive. So we're gonna pick through this, make sure that there's no shells or cartilage. And this is a 16-ounce can of lump crab meat. If you didn't want to get the lump, which is about $25 at BJ's, you can also get the what's it called? It's not focused. Hang on. You can also get the claw meat is good. It's a little bit less expensive, but definitely use a high-end crab meat. You don't want to use something that's found in the can because the crab cakes are not going to be popping. We're also going to be using an egg. We're going to be using some Worcestershire sauce, however you say this. I can never say that word. Can somebody please send me how do you say this? Because I say Worcestershire, but it sounds like it has a extra like Worcestershire. So anyway, we used a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. We have some Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. We're going to be using, I already measured it out. This is a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. We have 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. If you are wanting to do something a little bit less fat, you can do low fat mayonnaise. We have the seasoning, dry seasonings. We have a half a teaspoon of my favorite Cajun seasoning, which is the low sodium Slap Your Mama. And then we also have a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning. Old Bay comes in a lot of different flavors, so you definitely want to make sure you get the original. And then we have a half a teaspoon of black pepper. For color, a lot of people use fresh parsley. I didn't have any on hand. Actually, I do, but it has wilted. So I'm going to use dry parsley, just a tablespoon of dry parsley. This is primarily for color and not so much flavor. And then we have some shallot. So this is a regular size shallot that I chopped really fine because you don't want like big chunks of shallot or if you choose to use onion in your crab cake. And then here you see I have Ritz crackers. And what I did was I took a row and I'm not sure how many Ritz crackers I'm going to use. This is a consistency thing. So it's basically crushing up the crackers and using this as a binder. But one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to have a ton of, crab cake full of breadcrumbs or full of, Ritz crackers or saltine crackers, whatever you choose to use. You want the crab definitely to be the star of the show. So I'm going to start lightly with this and I'm going to fold it in. And if I need to use more, then I'll adjust it as I see fit. Okay. So that's pretty much it. So we are definitely going to start with mixing the wet ingredients and then we're going to combine the dry. The tools you're going to need: a whisk, of course, for that egg and all the wet ingredients. And then I like to use this. This is something that I use for rice, but you don't want to break the crab up too much. So I like to definitely use this because you just fold everything together until all the ingredients are incorporated. So we are going to get started. All right, so we are picking through the crab. You almost always find a little piece of cartilage, and you don't want to be biting into that when you're eating your crab cakes. Then we're going to get our egg and our Worcestershire sauce and all the wet ingredients. And then we're just gonna, you know, whisk that up. So all the wet ingredients first, whisk it up until you get a nice smooth consistency. Everything is incorporated. Then you add your shallots and all your dry ingredients and seasonings that I mentioned. Whip that up. And then you want to go ahead and add your crab. And then after that, you add your Ritz cracker crumbs. until you get this consistency that you like. That's pretty much it, y'all. We're gonna cover this and sit it in the fridge for about 2 hours. All right, guys, I am back. It has been like a few hours because I was doing a workout. Shout out to Essentia, not paying me, but y'all can send me some damn alkaline water. Anyway, so took that out, and what having it sit in the refrigerator does is it helps to kind of allow some of the moisture to be absorbed. So, and then the crab cakes can be formed easily. So there's a few ways that you can do this. You can measure it out by using like an ice cream scooper, or you can go in with your hands. I'm going to be making probably smaller to medium sized crab cakes with this. So I think I'm going to use my scooper like this. So basically just take like so. And this isn't going to be the most clean part, but your hands got to be clean because you can't be cooking no crab cakes with nobody having dirty ass hands. That's nasty. So basically what we want to do is take the scooper and then we want to form them. You want to see the beautiful lump crab. See that? So good. I'm going to be using my New Wave oven for this. Another non-sponsored situation, but I do love the appliance. We're going to be cooking them for about 12 minutes. I might raise the rack closer to the heating source after about 10 minutes just to get a little bit more crispy and brown. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Then we're just going to take these and place them like so. Look good, look good. And repeat the process until we are all finished. One thing that I wanted to mention is that while you're making these, you can also do them in the conventional oven. You don't have to have a New Wave. You make them the same way. You just put them on a cookie sheet. Sometimes I do a little bit of spray, and then you preheat your oven until about 375 degrees, and you cook them until golden browned, which is probably going to be about 15 to 20 minutes in a conventional oven. But as soon as they get golden brown, you are Gucci. Also, I did a little bit of butter on the top of each one. That's going to help with flavor and browning. And that's it, y'all. Get ready to make y'all crab cakes. This dish is really good to impress people. Like, I mean, come on. Who doesn't love crab cakes? And just like that, bam, here we go. So the one in the middle start to be a little bit too brown. I didn't see that, but it's all good. You want them to be crispy and brown on the outside and real tender and juicy on the inside. Golden brown, not burnt, because nobody likes a burnt crab cake. That's why I like to do mine in the oven and not in the pan. One thing that I did with the crab cakes before is I cooked them in some oil and they just ended up being very oily and they fell apart. It was good, but it wasn't my best. So, you know, I always try to bring you guys the best. So click that subscribe button. All right. Okay, bye-bye. All right, so this is the moment of truth. Let's see what this crab cake is giving. Oh, look at all that crab. Let's see. You know when it's so good, you gotta do it. Nom 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 nom. Good. Well worth the $30 it took to make these mugs. But this crab cake, you want some? Here. All right. Psych. So good.